Welcome to Stay Brainy, Stay Curious. In today's video, we're diving into the timeless classic To Kill a Mockingbird by Harper Lee. Our aim is to explore the profound impact of To Kill a Mockingbird and why it continues to resonate with readers of all generations. Get ready to dive deep into the profound themes, experience the transformation of characters, and reflect on the timeless lessons this novel has to offer. So, let's begin our exploration of To Kill a Mockingbird. To Kill a Mockingbird is set in the 1930s in the fictional town of Maycomb, Alabama. The story is narrated by Scout Finch, a young girl, and follows her experiences growing up in a racially divided and prejudiced society. Scout lives with her older brother Jem and their widowed father, Atticus Finch, a respected lawyer. The novel explores themes of racial injustice, social inequality, and the loss of innocence. As Scout and Jem navigate their childhood, they become curious about their reclusive neighbor, Boo Radley, who is the subject of rumors and myths within the community. Meanwhile, their father, Atticus, takes on the defense of Tom Robinson, a black man falsely accused of raping a white woman, Mayela Ewell. Atticus believes in the importance of justice and equality, and he faces opposition and hostility from the townspeople for defending Tom. Throughout the story, Scout and Jem witness the prejudice and discrimination prevalent in Maycomb. They experience instances of intolerance and learn valuable lessons about empathy and compassion. They befriend a boy named Dill, and together they develop a fascination with Boo Radley, whom they try to draw out of seclusion. As the trial of Tom Robinson unfolds, it becomes clear that the odds are stacked against him due to racial bias. Despite Atticus's compelling defense, Tom is unjustly found guilty, highlighting the pervasive racism in society. The story takes a dramatic turn when Scout and Jem find themselves in a dangerous situation, facing the wrath of Bob Ewell, Mayela's abusive father. They are rescued by a mysterious figure who turns out to be Boo Radley. This event challenges the children's preconceptions about Boo and teaches them the importance of looking beyond appearances. Scout Finch. The story's protagonist and narrator, Scout, is a young girl with a bright and curious mind. She possesses a tomboyish nature, often wearing overalls and engaging in adventurous activities. Scout is known for her sharp observational skills and her compassionate spirit. Her relationship with her older brother Jem and their interactions with their father Atticus form important dynamics in the story. Scout's bond with her father, particularly his influence on her moral compass and understanding of the world, shapes her character and guides her actions. Jem Finch. Jem is Scout's older brother, and as he grows older, he starts to take on a more mature appearance. He is taller than Scout and has a lanky build. Jem's physical appearance evolves throughout the novel, mirroring his transition from boyhood to adolescence. Scout's older brother Jem is a thoughtful and protective character. As he grows older throughout the novel, Jem becomes more aware of the injustices and complexities of the world. He exhibits courage and loyalty towards his family and friends. Atticus Finch. Atticus Finch is Scout and Jem's father. He is a highly respected lawyer known for his integrity and moral compass. He is a wise and patient man who instills important life lessons in his children. Atticus serves as a moral center in the story, consistently demonstrating fairness, empathy, and a commitment to justice. Atticus is a tall and slender middle-aged man with graying hair and glasses. He has a gentle demeanor, often seen wearing suits or professional attire befitting his role as a lawyer. Atticus carries himself with an air of quiet confidence and exhibits a calm and composed presence. Tom Robinson. Tom Robinson is a kind-hearted African-American man falsely accused of rape. He is portrayed as a symbol of innocence and the victim of racial injustice. Tom's character showcases resilience and dignity despite the discrimination he faces. Tom is a strong and muscular man. He has dark skin and a kind, earnest expression. Tom's physical appearance stands in stark contrast to the false accusations made against him, emphasizing the injustice of the racial prejudice he faces. Boo Radley. Boo Radley is a mysterious and reclusive neighbor of the Finch family. He is the subject of rumors and speculation, often portrayed as a figure of fear. Boo's character evolves throughout the story, ultimately revealing his kind and caring nature. Boo Radley is portrayed as a pale and thin man with dark hair. He has a hollowed, ghost-like appearance, which contributes to the mysterious and eerie aura surrounding him. Boo is described as having long, tangled hair and a thin, almost skeletal frame. Due to his reclusive nature, Boo's physical appearance becomes the subject of speculation and rumors, further enhancing the enigmatic nature of his character. Calpurnia. Calpurnia is the Finch family's African-American housekeeper and a motherly figure to Scout and Jem. She is wise, patient, and compassionate, providing guidance and teaching important lessons about empathy and racial understanding. Calpurnia is described as a sturdy and strong woman. She is often depicted wearing a clean and neat apron, reflecting her practical nature and dedication to her responsibilities. And Alexandra. Atticus's sister, Aunt Alexandra, represents traditional Southern values and social expectations. She is concerned with maintaining the family's reputation and tries to instill a sense of proper behavior in Scout and Jem. Aunt Alexandra is described as a tall and imposing woman with a stern expression. She has a regal posture and is often seen dressed in conservative and traditional attire befitting her social status. Her appearance reflects her adherence to traditional Southern values and expectations. Bob Ewell. Bob Ewell is a prejudiced and vindictive character who accuses Tom Robinson of a crime he did not commit. He symbolizes the ugliness of racism and represents the darker side of Maycomb society. Bob Ewell is portrayed as a scruffy and disheveled man. He is described as having greasy and unkempt hair with a haggard and malevolent appearance. Bob's physical appearance reflects his low social standing and his antagonistic nature. Racism and prejudice. The pervasive presence of racism and prejudice in Maycomb forms a core theme of the book. To Kill a Mockingbird provides a searing critique of racism and prejudice. It examines the damaging effects of racial bias. The town of Maycomb is deeply divided along racial lines, and African Americans face systemic discrimination. Through the trial of Tom Robinson, the novel exposes the injustice of racial bias, as Tom is falsely accused and convicted solely because of his race. The book portrays the harmful effects of prejudice both on the victims and on the perpetrators and emphasizes the need to challenge and eradicate such biases. The trial of Tom Robinson serves as the focal point for exploring racial injustice. Tom, a black man, is falsely accused of assaulting a white woman, Mayela Ewell. Despite overwhelming evidence of Tom's innocence, including his physical disability, the jury, influenced by deep-rooted racial prejudices, convicts him. This unjust verdict exposes the pervasive racism that permeates the town's justice system and society as a whole. The novel challenges readers to confront the harsh realities of racial prejudice and its profound consequences. It highlights the dehumanization of individuals based on their race, the denial of justice, and the perpetuation of societal divisions. Through the experiences of characters like Tom Robinson and Calpurnia, Harper Lee emphasizes the destructive impact of prejudice on individuals' lives and the urgent need for empathy, understanding, and equality. Moreover, the theme of racial injustice extends beyond the courtroom. Characters like Boo Radley, an outsider, and Dolphus Raymond, a white man who associates with black individuals, face judgment and prejudice from the community. The novel explores the notion that prejudice extends beyond race and demonstrates the damaging effects of societal biases. Through its exploration of racial injustice and prejudice, To Kill a Mockingbird encourages readers to critically examine their own biases, challenge social injustices, and work towards creating a more equitable and compassionate society. Loss of innocence. The loss of innocence is a recurring theme, particularly seen through Scout and Gem's experiences. Scout and Gem, initially sheltered from the harsh realities of the world, gradually encounter racism, hatred, and injustice. As they witness the trial and its aftermath, their innocence fades, and they confront the harsh truths of their society. This loss of innocence marks their transition from childhood to a more mature understanding of the world. At the beginning of the story, Scout and Gem approach life with a sense of wonder, curiosity, and a simplistic understanding of right and wrong. Their innocence is shaped by their idyllic childhood experiences, their belief in the inherent goodness of people, and their lack of exposure to the complexities of society. However, as they become more involved in their father's defense of Tom Robinson, the trial itself becomes a pivotal turning point in their lives. They witnessed firsthand the blatant racism and injustice present in their community. The trial's outcome, despite Atticus's best efforts, serves as a devastating blow to their faith in the fairness of the world. As the narrative unfolds, Scout and Gem encounter further instances of injustice, prejudice, and violence, including the violent attack on them by Bob Ewell. These experiences force them to confront the darker aspects of human nature and the inherent flaws within their society. This loss of innocence is not without its challenges. Scout and Gem grapple with their newfound knowledge, often struggling to reconcile the injustice they witness with their belief in the inherent goodness of people. They are forced to re-evaluate their understanding of morality, empathy, and the complexities of the world. Ultimately, the loss of innocence serves as a coming-of-age journey, marking the transition from the sheltered innocence of childhood to the harsh realities of adulthood. It symbolizes the loss of naivety, the shattering of illusions, and the beginning of a more nuanced understanding of the world and its complexities. Through the theme of loss of innocence, To Kill a Mockingbird explores the profound impact of experience and knowledge on personal growth and development. It invites readers to reflect on their own journeys of maturation and consider the ways in which their own innocence may have been transformed by the realities of the world. Social inequality. The theme of social inequality and class divisions is a prominent aspect of To Kill a Mockingbird. The novel takes place in the 1930s in the fictional town of Maycomb, Alabama, where rigid social hierarchies and divisions based on class and social standing are deeply entrenched. To Kill a Mockingbird portrays the stark social inequalities present in Maycomb. The novel reflects on the disparities in society, highlighting the vast gaps in social standing, economic opportunities, and access to justice. It examines the consequences of social inequality and the challenges faced by the marginalized communities. The Finch family, despite their relative privilege, challenges the prevailing social order by defending Tom Robinson and engaging with the African American community. The novel highlights the consequences of social inequality and calls for a more equitable society. Maycomb society is structured with a clear distinction between the upper-class white families such as the Finches and the Cunninghams and the lower-class marginalized individuals like the Ewells. These divisions are not solely based on wealth but also on family reputation, occupation, and ancestry. The novel explores the consequences of these social divisions and their impact on the lives of individuals within the community. The Ewell family in particular represents the lowest rung of Maycomb's social ladder. They live in poverty, lack education, and are ostracized by the rest of the town. The Ewell's actions, such as Bob Ewell's false accusations against Tom Robinson, highlight the destructive consequences of social inequality and the desperation of those trapped in the lowest stratum of society. Through the eyes of Scout and Jem, the readers witness the stark disparities in treatment and opportunities based on social standing. They observe the stark differences in lifestyles, education, and prospects between their own middle-class family and the less fortunate members of Maycomb. The theme of social inequality prompts readers to critically examine the fairness of such divisions and question the inherent value assigned to individuals based on their social status. It underscores the arbitrary nature of these divisions and challenges readers to consider the impact of privilege and class on the lives of individuals. Furthermore, the theme also explores the nuances within the social strata. For instance, the Cunninghams, though poor, are shown to possess integrity and a strong sense of community, while characters like Aunt Alexandra place great importance on family heritage and maintaining their perceived social status. Overall, the theme of social inequality and class divisions highlights the need for empathy, understanding, and an examination of the structures that perpetuate inequality. The novel prompts readers to reflect on their own assumptions and biases and encourages them to work towards a more equitable and inclusive society. Justice and morality. To Kill a Mockingbird raises questions about the nature of justice and the moral responsibility of individuals. It explores the pursuit of justice and the need for moral integrity in the face of injustice. The theme of justice is explored through the trial of Tom Robinson. The novel critiques the flaws within the justice system as racial prejudice influences the outcome of the trial, denying Tom fair treatment. Atticus embodies integrity, fairness, and a deep commitment to justice. As a lawyer, he takes on the challenging task of defending Tom Robinson, a black man wrongly accused of a crime. Despite the prevalent racism and hostility he faces from the community, Atticus steadfastly upholds his moral principles and strives to ensure a fair trial for Tom. Atticus's decision to defend Tom Robinson represents his belief in the importance of standing up for what is right, even in the face of overwhelming opposition. He recognizes the moral responsibility he has as an individual to challenge the unjust systems and prejudices of society. Atticus's teachings to his children emphasize the need for empathy, understanding, and compassion. He encourages Scout and Jem to see the world from others' perspectives, to avoid judgment, and to treat everyone with respect and dignity. Through his actions and guidance, Atticus instills in his children the understanding that moral responsibility extends beyond personal interests and includes a duty to fight for justice and equality. The theme of moral and social responsibility extends beyond Atticus to other characters in the novel as well. Miss Maudie, a neighbor and friend, displays moral responsibility through her resilience and refusal to succumb to the prejudices of the community. Even characters like Boo Radley, who exist on the periphery of Maycomb society, demonstrate a sense of moral responsibility in their own quiet ways. The novel raises important questions about the role of individuals in promoting social change and challenging the status quo. It underscores the significance of personal choices, ethical decision-making, and the impact that one person's actions can have on an entire community. Through its exploration of moral and social responsibility, To Kill a Mockingbird encourages readers to reflect on their own responsibilities towards justice, equality, and creating a more inclusive and compassionate society. Courage and integrity. The theme of courage is embodied by characters like Atticus Finch, who demonstrates unwavering courage in standing up for what is right. The novel underscores the significance of acting with integrity and standing up for what is right even when faced with immense challenges. Atticus Finch serves as the primary embodiment of courage and integrity in the story. As a lawyer, he demonstrates moral courage by taking on the defense of Tom Robinson, a black man falsely accused of a crime. Despite knowing that his decision will subject him and his family to intense criticism and social ostracism, Atticus remains steadfast in his commitment to justice and fairness. Atticus's moral courage is further highlighted during the trial as he faces the hostility and prejudice of the community while advocating for Tom's innocence. He remains calm, composed, and respectful throughout the proceedings, challenging the racial biases ingrained within Maycomb society. In addition to Atticus, other characters also exhibit courage in their own ways. Scout, the young protagonist, displays courage by challenging societal norms and standing up against injustice. Despite her age and limited understanding, she demonstrates bravery in confronting the cruelty and prejudice that surround her. The theme of courage is also exemplified through the character of Boo Radley. Initially portrayed as a mysterious and reclusive figure, Boo ultimately emerges as a symbol of hidden courage. He saves Scout and Jem from the attack by Bob Ewell, putting his own safety at risk. Boo's actions reveal the depth of his compassion and the bravery he possesses despite his isolation from society. Integrity is closely tied to courage in the novel. Atticus not only exhibits moral courage but also upholds a strong sense of integrity throughout the story. He remains true to his principles, treating others with respect and fairness regardless of their social standing or race. Atticus's unwavering integrity serves as a guiding light for his children and a model for the community. Through the theme of courage and integrity, To Kill a Mockingbird encourages readers to reflect on their own values, examine the choices they make in the face of adversity, and consider the impact of their actions on others. It highlights the transformative power of courage and integrity in challenging injustice and fostering a more just and compassionate society. Empathy and understanding. The power of empathy and understanding is a significant theme throughout the book. It emphasizes the need to see the world from others' perspectives, promoting compassion and breaking down barriers between individuals. Atticus encourages Scout to consider things from others' perspectives, teaching her empathy as a means to combat prejudice. The book emphasizes the power of understanding and compassion in bridging divides and fostering positive change within society. The theme of empathy and compassion explores the transformative power of understanding, kindness, and the ability to see the world from another person's perspective. Through the character of Atticus Finch, empathy becomes a guiding principle. Atticus encourages his children, Scout and Jem, to put themselves in others' shoes, to consider the experiences and emotions of those around them. He teaches them that true understanding and compassion stem from empathy. Scout, as the narrator of the story, undergoes a profound journey of empathy. Initially, she struggles to comprehend the actions and behaviors of others, particularly those rooted in prejudice and ignorance. However, as she matures and witnesses the injustices faced by individuals like Tom Robinson and Boo Radley, Scout begins to develop a deeper sense of empathy. The novel also explores the power of empathy through the character of Calpurnia, the Finch's African-American housekeeper. Calpurnia acts as a bridge between the worlds of Maycomb's white community and the black community. She imparts valuable life lessons to Scout and Jem, teaching them the importance of empathy, respect, and understanding across racial boundaries. Moreover, the theme of empathy extends beyond race. The novel also explores empathy's role in understanding others' struggles and perspectives, regardless of their social status or background. Characters like Dolphus Raymond, who is ostracized by the community for his association with black individuals, challenge the reader's initial judgments. His willingness to reveal his true nature demonstrates the transformative power of empathy and compassion. To Kill a Mockingbird underscores the significance of empathy as a means to combat prejudice, discrimination, and injustice. It challenges readers to consider the impact of their own actions, encouraging them to cultivate empathy and compassion in their interactions with others. Through its exploration of empathy and compassion, the novel presents a vision of a more compassionate and inclusive society. It highlights the potential for positive change that lies within each individual, urging readers to embrace empathy and compassion as catalysts for social progress and understanding. Coming of Age. To Kill a Mockingbird explores the coming-of-age journey of Scout and Jem Finch as they grow up in the racially divided town of Macomb, Alabama. Throughout the novel, they undergo significant personal growth and gain a deeper understanding of the world around them. At the beginning of the story, Scout is an innocent and curious girl. As she encounters the prejudices and injustices prevalent in Macomb, her perceptions are challenged. Through her father Atticus's guidance and her own observations, Scout begins to recognize the inherent unfairness and cruelty of racism. She learns empathy and compassion, especially through her interactions with characters like Calpurnia, Tom Robinson, and Boo Radley. Scout's experiences, particularly during the trial of Tom Robinson, shape her moral compass and help her develop a sense of justice. Jem, as Scout's older brother, embarks on his own journey of maturity. He starts the story with a sense of innocence and idealism. However, as he witnesses the injustice and racial prejudice during Tom Robinson's trial, Jem's faith in fairness is shattered. This experience exposes him to the harsh realities of the world and challenges his belief in the inherent goodness of people. Jem's journey involves confronting the complexities of society and learning to grapple with disappointment and loss. Both Scout and Jem face various trials and tribulations that force them to confront the flaws of their community. They learn valuable lessons about empathy, fairness, and the importance of standing up for what is right even in the face of adversity. By the end of the novel, both characters have undergone significant growth and have a deeper understanding of the complexities of the world around them. The coming-of-age narrative in To Kill a Mockingbird showcases the transformation of Scout and Jem from innocent children to young individuals who are more aware of the societal issues and inequalities that surround them. Healing. Healing is a theme that emerges in To Kill a Mockingbird as a response to the wounds inflicted by prejudice, injustice, and loss. While the novel portrays the harsh realities of Macomb's society, it also presents moments of healing and resilience. One form of healing is found through empathy and understanding. Characters like Atticus Finch and Scout display empathy towards others, seeking to understand their perspectives and challenges. Atticus teaches Scout the importance of climbing into someone's skin and walking around in it, emphasizing the need for compassion and the power of seeing the world from another's point of view. This empathy allows individuals to connect with others on a deeper level and promotes healing by fostering understanding and unity. Another aspect of healing is found in acts of kindness and support. Throughout the story, various characters show kindness and support to those who have been marginalized or mistreated. For example, the friendship that develops between Scout, Jem, and their neighbor Boo Radley serves as a source of healing for both the children and Boo himself. Boo's protective actions towards the children at the end of the story indicate a form of healing as he overcomes his own isolation and fear to care for others. Additionally, the pursuit of justice and the courage to challenge injustice can be seen as a form of healing. Atticus's unwavering commitment to defending Tom Robinson, despite knowing the odds are against him, represents a pursuit of justice and a belief in the power of righteousness. While the outcome of the trial is unjust, the act of standing up for what is right becomes a catalyst for change and provides a sense of healing in the face of injustice. Overall, healing in To Kill a Mockingbird emerges through empathy, acts of kindness, friendship, and the pursuit of justice. These elements offer a counterbalance to the wounds inflicted by prejudice and loss, allowing characters to find solace, unity, and a renewed hope in the possibility of a better, more inclusive society. The importance of education. Education is a prominent theme in To Kill a Mockingbird. The novel highlights the transformative power of education in shaping individuals' understanding of the world around them. Scout's experiences at school under the guidance of her teacher Miss Caroline initially exposed her to the limitations of a rigid and conventional education system. However, through her interactions with her father Atticus, her reading sessions with Calpurnia, and her own observations, Scout begins to develop a broader and more nuanced perspective. Education becomes a tool for enlightenment, encouraging critical thinking and empathy. Scout's education extends beyond academic learning and includes moral and social lessons. Atticus teaches her about equality, fairness, and the importance of standing up for one's beliefs. Through these educational experiences, Scout undergoes personal growth, broadens her worldview, and challenges the prejudices and assumptions prevalent in Maycomb society. The theme of education emphasizes the importance of nurturing an open mind and seeking knowledge as a means to combat ignorance, prejudice, and injustice. Gender roles and expectations. Gender roles and expectations are subtly explored in To Kill a Mockingbird. The novel is set in the 1930s, a time when traditional gender roles and societal expectations greatly influenced people's behaviors and opportunities. Scout, as a young girl, challenges and subverts some of these gender norms. She is a tomboy who prefers playing outdoors, getting into mischief, and resisting the expectations placed on girls to conform to conventional femininity. Scout's resistance to gender stereotypes is evident in her interactions with Aunt Alexandra, who attempts to mold her into a more ladylike figure. Scout's strong-willed nature, independence, and refusal to adhere to narrow gender expectations challenge the status quo. Through Scout's character, the novel questions the limitations imposed by societal gender roles and encourages readers to embrace individuality and defy restrictive gender norms. Furthermore, the theme of gender roles is also reflected in the character of Calpurnia, the Finch family's African-American housekeeper. Calpurnia occupies a unique position as a woman of color in a predominantly white society. She demonstrates strength, resilience, and wisdom, challenging both racial and gender prejudices. Her character serves as a reminder of the intersectionality of identity and the need to confront biases based on both race and gender. Overall, the exploration of gender roles and expectations in the novel highlights the limitations and inequalities imposed by societal norms. It prompts readers to question and challenge traditional gender roles, advocate for equality, and celebrate individuality. Metaphors play a significant role in To Kill a Mockingbird as they add depth and symbolism to the narrative. Mockingbird. The mockingbird symbolizes innocence and goodness. It is introduced early in the novel as Atticus advises Scout and Jem that it is a sin to kill a mockingbird because they only bring joy through their songs and don't harm anyone. This metaphor represents characters like Tom Robinson and Boo Radley, who are innocent and kind-hearted individuals victimized by prejudice and cruelty. Boo Radley as a ghost. Boo Radley, the reclusive neighbor, is metaphorically portrayed as a ghost haunting the imagination of the children. He represents the unknown, misunderstood, and feared aspects of society. The metaphor of Boo as a ghost invites readers to question their preconceptions and consider the consequences of prejudging others. The Gray Ghost. The Gray Ghost is a fictional character in the book that Scout and Jem adore. The Gray Ghost serves as a metaphorical parallel to Boo Bradley. Both characters are misunderstood and wrongly perceived by the community. The metaphor highlights the theme of judgment based on appearances and the importance of seeing beyond superficial assumptions. Snowman. In one of the pivotal scenes, Scout constructs a snowman out of mud and snow. This snowman is a metaphor for racial prejudice and the fragility of societal constructs. It suggests that prejudices are formed based on external characteristics and can easily melt away with understanding and empathy. Camellia flowers. Camellias are flowers associated with the white community in Maycomb. They represent the facade of proper Southern gentility, hiding the underlying racism and prejudice prevalent in the town. The metaphor of camellias emphasizes the hypocrisy and superficiality of the society. Atticus Finch. Atticus serves as the moral compass of the story. As a lawyer and a father, he embodies integrity, justice, and compassion. Atticus represents the ideal of a just and principled individual who fights against racial prejudice and defends the innocent, symbolizing the power of moral courage. Scout Finch. Scout, the narrator and protagonist, represents the curious and observant child who undergoes significant growth and development throughout the story. Through her innocent and unfiltered perspective, she challenges societal norms and learns important lessons about empathy, prejudice, and the complexities of the world. Jem Finch. Scout's older brother, Jem, symbolizes the process of coming of age. He experiences the loss of innocence and grapples with the harsh realities of racism and injustice, which shapes his understanding of the world. Jem's character represents the transition from childhood to adolescence and the accompanying challenges and growth. Boo Radley. Boo Radley is a reclusive neighbor who becomes a mysterious and misunderstood figure in the narrative. Initially feared and mythologized by the children, Boo ultimately represents kindness, empathy, and the potential for goodness hidden beneath societal judgments and prejudices. Boo's character challenges the superficial judgments made by society. Tom Robinson. Tom Robinson, an African-American man falsely accused of rape, represents the innocence and vulnerability of marginalized communities. He becomes a victim of racial prejudice and an emblematic figure for the injustice faced by African Americans during that era. Tom's character embodies the tragic consequences of racism and the urgent need for societal change. Calpurnia. Calpurnia, the Finch family's African American housekeeper, represents the complexities of racial dynamics. She serves as a bridge between the Finch family and the African American community, offering wisdom, guidance, and a nuanced perspective on racial issues. Calpurnia's character highlights the nuances of race relations and the potential for empathy and understanding. Bob Ewell. Bob Ewell symbolizes the embodiment of racism, ignorance, and malevolence. He represents the destructive forces of prejudice and acts as a stark contrast to characters like Atticus. Ewell's character serves as a reminder of the harmful consequences of racism and the need to confront and challenge such bigotry. The title, To Kill a Mockingbird, holds symbolic significance and reflects key themes and messages in the novel. The title is derived from a conversation between Atticus Finch and his children, Scout and Jem, where Atticus imparts a valuable lesson about the importance of empathy and compassion. In the story, Atticus tells Scout and Jem that it is a sin to kill a mockingbird. He explains that mockingbirds are innocent creatures that only bring joy through their beautiful songs. It is a metaphorical representation of the vulnerable and innocent individuals in society who are harmed by prejudice, discrimination, and injustice. The mockingbird symbolizes characters such as Tom Robinson, Boo Radley, and even Scout herself, who are all victims of societal cruelty. They are harmless individuals who face persecution due to their race, social status, or perceived differences. The title suggests that destroying or harming these innocent and vulnerable individuals is both morally wrong and a tragedy. It serves as a reminder to protect and preserve the innocence, dignity, and humanity of those who are unjustly targeted by prejudice. The metaphor of the mockingbird resonates throughout the novel as the characters grapple with the destructive forces of racism, social inequality, and intolerance. The title encapsulates the central themes of empathy, compassion, and the devastating consequences of prejudice. Additionally, the title also reflects the novel's exploration of moral courage and the responsibility to stand up for what is right. Just as it is a sin to kill a mockingbird, it is a moral imperative to defend and protect those who are marginalized and oppressed. Overall, the title To Kill a Mockingbird encapsulates the novel's central messages about empathy, compassion, justice, and the destructive nature of prejudice. It serves as a poignant reminder of the importance of preserving innocence, promoting understanding, and striving for a more equitable and compassionate society. So let's recap what we've learned so far about To Kill a Mockingbird and explore some possible questions that may arise in a class discussion. What is the nature of prejudice and how does it shape society? Prejudice refers to preconceived opinions or attitudes formed without proper knowledge or understanding. In To Kill a Mockingbird, prejudice is predominantly explored through the lens of racism. The town of Macomb, Alabama is deeply divided along racial lines, with African Americans facing discrimination and unequal treatment. Prejudice perpetuates social divisions and leads to injustice, as individuals are judged based on stereotypes rather than their true character or actions. The novel emphasizes the destructive nature of prejudice and highlights the importance of challenging such biases. How does racism affect individuals and communities? Racism has profound effects on individuals and communities. In the book, characters like Tom Robinson face false accusations and are subjected to unfair treatment solely because of their race. The pervasive racism in Macomb causes deep wounds, perpetuates fear, and hinders social progress. It fosters ignorance and a lack of understanding, creating barriers between people and preventing harmonious coexistence. Racism damages both the victims and the perpetrators, leaving a lasting impact on the individuals and the community as a whole. What does it mean to be a moral and just person in an unjust world? To Kill a Mockingbird explores the theme of moral integrity in an unjust society. Atticus Finch, Scout's father, serves as the epitome of moral and just behavior. He stands up for what is right, defending Tom Robinson despite knowing the odds are stacked against them. Being a moral and just person in an unjust world means having the courage to challenge the status quo, adhering to one's principles, and treating all individuals with fairness and respect, regardless of societal norms or prejudices. How does the loss of innocence impact individuals and their perceptions of the world? The loss of innocence is a recurring theme in the novel. As Scout and her brother Jem navigate their childhood, they encounter the harsh realities of racism, prejudice, and injustice. Their innocence gradually fades as they witness the unfair treatment of Tom Robinson and the trial's outcome. This loss of innocence alters their perception of the world as they come to understand the existence of evil and the complexities of society. However, it also serves as a catalyst for growth and enlightenment. What is the role of empathy and understanding in fostering positive change? Empathy and understanding play a vital role in To Kill a Mockingbird. Atticus encourages Scout to view the world from others' perspectives, teaching her the importance of empathy. By understanding the experiences, struggles, and perspectives of others, individuals can challenge their own biases and work towards positive change. Empathy enables the recognition of shared humanity and fosters compassion, leading to a more inclusive and just society. Can courage and integrity overcome deep-seated prejudice? The novel suggests that courage and integrity have the power to challenge and overcome deep-seated prejudice. Atticus Finch's unwavering courage in defending Tom Robinson, despite facing immense opposition, exemplifies this. Although Atticus doesn't succeed in changing the verdict, his actions inspire others and plant the seeds of change. While the eradication of prejudice may be a long and challenging journey, courage and integrity can serve as catalysts for progress. How does the justice system work, and is it always fair? The book examines the functioning of the justice system through the lens of Tom Robinson's trial. It highlights the flaws and biases within the system. Despite clear evidence of Tom's innocence, racial prejudice influences the jury's decision, leading to an unjust outcome. This portrayal raises questions about the fairness and effectiveness of the justice system, emphasizing how societal biases can taint the pursuit of justice. What are the consequences of societal norms and expectations on individual choices? To Kill a Mockingbird explores the impact of societal norms and expectations on individual choices. The town of Maycomb adheres to deeply ingrained social norms and racial prejudices which influence people's behaviors and decisions. Characters like Scout and Jem struggle with conforming to these expectations while grappling with their own sense of right and wrong. The consequences of societal norms can restrict individual freedom, perpetuate injustice, and stifle personal growth. The novel encourages readers to question and challenge these norms to create a more inclusive and equitable society. How do different characters in the novel deal with social inequality? Various characters in the book respond to social inequality in different ways. Atticus Finch fights against injustice by defending Tom Robinson, putting his own reputation and safety at risk. Scout and Jem grapple with their evolving understanding of inequality, gradually developing empathy and challenging the status quo. Other characters like Bob Ewell perpetuate and exploit social inequality for personal gain. The diverse reactions of the characters highlight the complexities of addressing social inequality and the importance of individual choices in promoting change. Can education and awareness challenge the ingrained biases of a community? Education and awareness are powerful tools for challenging ingrained biases within a community. Throughout the novel, Scout's experiences at school, conversations with Atticus, and exposure to different perspectives broaden her understanding of the world. Similarly, the trial raises awareness of racial prejudice and injustice among the townspeople. By fostering education and promoting awareness, individuals can challenge and dismantle deeply rooted biases. To Kill a Mockingbird underscores the transformative potential of knowledge and understanding in overcoming prejudice. The moral of To Kill a Mockingbird can be interpreted in various ways, but one prominent moral lesson is the importance of empathy, compassion, and standing up for what is right, even in the face of adversity. The novel highlights the destructive nature of prejudice and racism and encourages readers to challenge societal norms, question injustice, and treat others with fairness and respect. Atticus Finch embodies the moral lesson by defending Tom Robinson despite knowing the odds are against them. His unwavering commitment to justice and his belief in the inherent worth of every individual reflect the moral core of the story. Atticus teaches his children, Scout and Jem, the value of empathy and understanding, urging them to consider things from others' perspectives. Through Scout's narrative, readers witness the loss of innocence and the maturation process that comes with a deeper understanding of the world. The moral lesson emphasizes the need to see beyond superficial appearances, to confront prejudice and bigotry, and to strive for a more just and equitable society. Ultimately, the moral of the story encourages individuals to examine their own biases, stand up against injustice, and foster empathy and understanding in their interactions with others. It serves as a call for social change and a reminder that the pursuit of justice requires the collective efforts of compassionate individuals. I hope this video has provided you with a deeper understanding and appreciation of To Kill a Mockingbird. I hope you learned something new, I hope you had fun, and I hope you always stay brainy. Until next time!